All right, next story here. Let's jump over to this one. A classic men-only space taken away from them again. When I was younger, Playboy, Hustler, We Magazine, these were the magazines that dads had, sometimes in the bathroom, sometimes hidden in a bottom drawer under their socks, where young men would usually find their fathers or somebody else had these magazines, and that was their first time of seeing women sans clothing. And it was a good, fun time. Well, Playboy, since Hugh Hefner died, Playboy has lost a lot of eyeballs because now you can find everything on the web for free, basically. And I will admit this, Playboy did really, back in the day, yes, I looked at the spicy pictures and I enjoyed them as a young joker before I could go out and see adult content for myself at the age of 18. But as a slightly older guy, I did subscribe to Playboy for a couple of years because they actually did have good reporting. They did have good interviews, and they did have good articles, and they did have good sexy girls in there. I enjoyed it all. It was a good magazine. But since Hugh died, and since you can find all the good stuff on the internet anymore, Playboy is finding a way to try and sell magazines, I guess. This thumbnail that you see here, I had to edit this so that I could put this up as a thumbnail on YouTube. Because the way it was before, it could be misconstrued as me showing spicy photos in the thumbnail. So I edited this photo, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to talk about. Playboy makes history by featuring a gay man wearing iconic bunny outfit on cover. Now, let me say this first. If you are gay or straight or transitioned or transitioning or whatever, good for you. I do not care, and I hope you are happy in your life's choices. I hope we all are happy in our life's choices. I have no judgment on you. You do you, as I've said many times before. But why I think this is an interesting story is that it's another men's space that is being taken away. It is another man's thing. Playboy is for men that like to look at women. It has been since forever, since Hugh started the magazine. And it was right up until recently when they started, like Sports Illustrated put a transitioned man to woman on the cover. Playboy now putting a gay guy on the cover. Like the problem with this is some things just we'd like to have for ourselves. Just like when you guys watch my stuff, even if I slightly talk about politics, a lot of you are like, dude, I don't want to talk about, like, give me a space without politics. And so I don't talk about politics on my BB stuff anymore because I respect that. Some people want to get away from it. Some people just want to, like, hey, can I just read a couple of good articles, maybe look at some good-looking, pretty women? But now they've decided to put a gay guy on the cover. And let me be fair about this. This is Playgirl magazine. I just did a DuckDuckGo search for Playgirl magazine. And Playgirl has a bunch of muscle-bound, six-pack athletic guys. So women that want to look at this stuff can look at it. And here's a hint. Most of the people, like I probably would say 95% of people that buy Playgirl magazine are men. And they're gay men. And they already have a magazine for gay men that like to look at men. So why do they have to bring this in over on Playgirl? Playboy? Why not just let men enjoy why do we have to mix it up all of a sudden? They say, oh, it's the most iconic Playboy. Playboy has made history after featuring their first openly gay man on the digital cover of their October edition. Bretman Rock, a 23-year-old social media beauty influencer, has joined forces with the long-standing Men's Magazine, which closed its print edition in 2020 with plans to go fully digital. He wore the iconic black bunny corset, complete with bunny ears, cufflinks, and a bow tie. While it isn't the first time Playboy has featured a man on the cover, Rock will be the third to feature solo after the late Hugh Hefner, which is a completely different thing, and Puerto Rican rapper Bad Bunny. Completely different thing. The magazine took to Twitter with the announcement in a tweet that read, "It's Bretman Beach," accompanied by a video of Rock strutting and posing for the cover. And this, as you can see, he's he's topless. Not that it's a big deal, but again, if I were to post this as a thumbnail, somebody seeing the Playboy thing and seeing like this might get confused and think it's a small-breasted woman or something. They say Rock said, for Playboy to have a male on the cover is a huge deal for the LGBT community. For my brown people and community, it's also surreal. A total, is this even effing happening right now type of vibe. And I'm so pretty. He celebrated making history by taking to his 5.7 million Twitter followers with 2 of his Playboy shots. I'm a Playboy bunny, duh, he tweeted. And this photo right here is the one that I photoshopped to cover up his chest. And people were quick to praise the 23-year-old with influx of positive tweets, many of which already branded him Playmate of the Year. And see, the problem is when you do this, it comes across as virtue signaling. It comes across as a way to get media attention, which, yes, granted, I am giving it media attention. But the problem is this is another thing that just your traditional guy and may have enjoyed in his past, and it's taken it away from him. It's taking James Bond and making the new Bond a woman. It is taking Thor from the Marvel Universe and now turning it into a female Thor in Love and Thunder, which I don't know. I've heard that's happening. I'd have to see. It's taking a male character, making it female. And yes, it's retcon. I mean, it's in the comics, but still. It's taking, cigar shops, and it's taking golf courses, and it's taking things where guys just want to be left alone and say, I don't want to deal with women. I just want a bunch of guys where I can tell dirty jokes and, yes, probably some that are sexist and funny and whatever without being judged. And it's another thing that's just kind of being taken away from them. And look, I have no problem if they want to do something where they want to push something like, okay, I get it, but can we just not keep some things traditional for guys to just be guys and enjoy guy things for guys, for straight guys? Why is it so bad for straight men to just say, hey, can maybe I get a space where I don't have to be inundated with this stuff like I am in now magazines and movies and TV? We get it. Like, we get it. But can we not just be left alone on this stuff for a little bit of time? Of course, they've got all the praises and all the everything. They say the Filipino beauty influencer rose to stardom on YouTube and Vine, where he posted a series of makeup tutorials and his humorous views on life shortly after he became inundated with brand offers, mostly with major makeup companies such as Morphe and Wet n Wild. They say some see it as playful and nostalgic, others see it as badass empowerment. We don't need to define it for them. It's always got to be something. Like nothing can be traditional anymore. And again, I have no problems with anybody in any communities wanting to do their thing. I get it. But if there is a magazine that was, I don't know, like LGBTQAI2 plus inclusive magazine, and they put like straight white guy on the cover and said, isn't this bold and empowering? They'd get laughed out of the room saying, why is he here? This doesn't represent our community. Can guys just not have a place? Can we just not have a space? That's all. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I'd appreciate it, and we'll talk to you next time.